10 o'clock at night.
So it's 10 o'clock at night, but the first thing I want to talk about is how you connect this to anything Wi-Fi. Alright? Because apparently it doesn't work. You want to go into menu, you want to go here, and from right here you go to Wi-Fi, you press on. And then it comes up with this. For me at least, I'm on iOS. I have no clue what's going to happen for you on Android. But lucky for me, I have another camera so I can show you what actually worked. I apologize, I'm on a complete different camera, right? So this is what's gonna happen, right? We're on the screen right here, right? I'm just gonna walk you through it. Basically, I'm gonna skip through everything. I'm gonna say, you need this app right here. The CBDC app. Can I get this to focus? Found this out just not too long ago. Again, different camera, no clue. You see what's happening there. You grab your phone, you go to camera, view an app store. That's what happens. God. Anyway, that's the Smart DV2, iSmart DV2. Doesn't really help too much. So let me show you what is a little bit different with my camera if you want to set yourself up for success. But let me show you. We're going to click, you go into menu. You see that right there? Click right. Go down to Wi-Fi. Let's just start new. Actually, let's not start new. Let me show you what I've done so far. Wi-Fi SID, that is the name of the thing. Mine, I just changed it to something specifically default. Password, I changed the password too. As you can see, change the password. Then there is the Wi-Fi channel. I have it on auto. The top one says auto. And then I do have my power frequency on 50 megahertz. Yeah, back to the app. This is the IV2. We're going to open it. Got to go back in here. Turn on the Wi-Fi on. Alright, the Wi-Fi is now on. This is the the Smart DV2 app. Open, allow. You're going to allow Bluetooth. And this is not going to work. Connect to Wi-Fi. Allow. It's just gonna spin connecting. It might switch the screen. There we go. It's just gonna keep buffering. We're not gonna actually see an image move. This is probably where you're stuck at. But this is not the worst part. The worst part is this. We're now stuck. We can't do anything. And the reason for this is because I guess they're using a different software, or they're using a different chipset than what this one does, because they're using this company called icatch. Icatch is basically the processor that's happening in this. So let me show you what you're supposed to do. You're gonna have to come in here, unscrew your power. Ta-da! Now your camera lens is left open. You gotta put it back in. Slide that back up, and now turn it back on. Alright, now let me show you how I even found the correct thing. So, we're gonna go back on the App Store. Alright, yeah, we're on the App Store. We're gonna go down to iCatch Technologies. We're gonna just scroll back to the beginning of time, and we would have tried this one, but it doesn't work. It's just the same thing. It's this one, SBCapp. The single board camera app. Now we're just gonna come back in this, turn it back on. Wi-Fi is now on. My custom things are there, which probably shouldn't even matter. I can just click reconnect on this. Actually, let me start fresh for you guys. Go into settings, Wi-Fi. There it is. Alright, that's the name of the thing. go into the app, the single cam app. I can click back to this, my previous one, because I added this only for single board cameras, and ta-da, it works. Single board camera, and it translates and everything. Not too sure what else you can do on this app, but I'm pretty sure you can actually go and view photos from this app and videos and download them. Amazing. I could have not done that before. I would have not learned that if I didn't mess around, and I just solved it for you guys. Now let's get back on this camera. Now, when you originally scan this, it takes you to the iSmart DC or iSmart C V2 app, which completely doesn't work. And what it does, it just completely bricks the device. And when it bricks the device, you have to just take out the battery. Alright, so here's a quick recap of everything you need to do. Problem: the Wi-Fi won't connect on the recommended app that they're giving for iOS. I don't know about Android. I'll have iOS for now. I could do Android later. But you want to connect it. It's not connecting. It's crashing your camera. You can't now turn it off anymore. What do you have to do? You gotta pull the battery, plug it out. It's off. Plug it back in. Plug it back in. Then turn it back on. So now you turn on back the camera. What you need to do is go download the old app, SBCapp, single board camera app, because this one's just programmed differently apparently. And here's what it should look like. This should be the screen that you're on. The Smart V2 camera, this iSmart DV2 screen is not gonna work for you, okay? It's just not. At least for me, it doesn't. I even left a comment here. What you want to do is go down here, or it's in the link down below, because I'm just that nice for you. Get that one right there, SBCapp. That's the one that's gonna work for you, because it just does. Warning, only for icatch, SBC. Alright, now here's the other part of the story that you'd like to know from the information that I found out. Alright, this camera uses a Sony IMX 322, I think. Let me go check. Well, I'll tell you what for sure. I do not know too much about this pixel. I do know that it's smaller than 1 inch. It is 1/2.8, so almost 1/3 of an image sensor. The CMOS sensor. That's really all I can tell you. But what else I can tell you is that it is 1080p 2 megapixels. Now what does that mean? 1920 by 1080 high definition at 2 megapixels. 2 megapixels is 1080, 1920 by 1080. It just is. It just is. 2 megapixels is 1920 by 1080. Camera says it can do up to 64 megapixels. How does any of that make sense? How do you have a 2 megapixel sensor that can do 64 megapixels? Well, that is the part where icatch, the whole tech company, comes in. Now, why are we spending this much on this camera? Probably $210, probably $300 for this camera. What are we paying for? We're paying for a chip. Basically, whatever board that they have is a single board, just one PCB, has the camera, has the audio, has the mic, has the processor that is going to process the image. Now it also upscales the image. You might be wondering, what does that mean? It means it's going to be using AI. AI is just going to take whatever it can from either previous photos or whatever algorithm that they have going on in there and fill in stuff. And it's just going to make it nice. It's just going to look nice. So the big picture is gonna look nice. If you're supposed to go take a 2 megapixel photo, which is what this sensor is what it does, what it's made to do, you're gonna see the true 2 megapixels at 1920 by 1080. When you zoom into that, you'll see some squares after a while, but every single square that you see is exactly how it should be in real life. Now, if you go into settings and you choose a higher megapixel, which this camera is not, because the megapixels is also the resolution, and the resolution of this camera is 1080p originally. That's what the sensor can handle. That's what the sensor displays. Now you might see 12 megapixels, 48 megapixels, and 64 megapixels. Technically, those are all resolutions. 64 megapixels should be 5K or even higher. I'm not too sure. 12 megapixels should be 2K, and then 48 megapixels should be 4K. Now, all of those are upscale, which means the processor that they add in is adding pixels, making changes to make that image that you just took or video that you took look better. So when you zoom all the way in, you'll see some kind of weird stuff happening, but it might make sense in some areas. Some areas you might lose something, some area you might gain more detail that probably isn't there. It's basically taking hardware specs and using software to analyze and improve quality of the picture. This can help dramatically improve a lot of things like low light without the use of actual low light sensors. But from my knowledge, we have a sensor and we have a really good processor in this camera. So that means this camera is somewhere of the high mid-range of cheaper cameras. So if anything, we probably have the god tier of cheap cameras, if anything. At least in my opinion, I already bought it. I'd like to think that. All right, so I guess that's it for tonight. I'll see you guys next time. That's all I can tell you for now. I'll be back with more news next time. This has been TechSnos. Thank you for watching.